you can.
Good afternoon. The regular meeting of the Logansport Board of Zoning Appeals is now open at 4:03 p.m. on March 2nd. I am Memi, chairperson of this meeting. Will the secretary call the roll, please?
Judy Burke here. Tom Nelson.
Here.
Megan Redwoods.
Here.
Steph Help.
Here. There are 5 members of the board, thus any decision must have 3 votes to pass. There are no minutes to approve in this meeting. Today we will hear one case. Has any board member been in contact with any petitioners, advocates, or opponents in regard to any petition before the board today? Has proper notification been made, and do we have proper verification in today's case docket? Yes. We are taping this meeting. All those wishing to speak must come to the microphone and state their name and address. Comments not made at the microphone will not be considered part of this testimony. This is a quasi-judicial board and must have sworn testimony. Will everyone who will have something to say during the meeting please rise and raise your right hand, please? If you're going to speak, okay? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If so, please state your name and say, "I do." Thank you. Okay. Today's case on the agenda for consideration is case number 26-01. Will the secretary please read the petition?
Yes. The petition of Clarence Burr requesting various variances from developmental standards for lesser setbacks, minimum lot area, and exceed lot coverage to be able to split the property into 2 parcels. The property is located 423 Howard Street, Logansport, Indiana, and is zoned R3 medium density residential.
Does the planning staff have a report and plans for this petition?
Yes. So the petitioner is requesting variances to be able to split the property. There are 2 dwellings on this property. They stated that in the application that the site's unusually deep with the 2 existing dwellings and the way they're situated. They're front to rear on the single lot. Then that's not typical of the modern standards, and they are not general to that district. The petitioner will have to have a survey done if this case is approved. They have not done that yet. Standards for the R3 district. Here's the lot. There's 2 houses, one here and one at the back. The standards, this front setback is 20 feet, so the front house is 11.5 feet. This is existing. The rear house is 17 feet. It's not along a street, so it would be considered a side yard setback, which meets the setback standards. In this district for side yard, it's 5 feet. The front house is 4 feet from the east, but it's pre-existing, and then approximately 50 feet from the west, which meets. And then the rear house is 3 feet from the east, which is pre-existing. The rear setback for the front house is, or the rear setback requirement is 15 feet. The front house is 12.5, so they would need a 2.5 foot setback. And then the rear house is approximately 17 feet from the property line or edge of alley. For a minimum lot area in the R3 district, they're required 7,200 square feet. The front house, they figured up that it would be approximately 5,286 square feet. So they would need a variance of 1,914 square feet. And then the rear house would have approximately 4,813 square feet of area. So they would need a 2,387 square foot variance. And then minimum road frontage is 25 feet. Only the front house will have road frontage. The rear will have 0 off of the, frontage from the road. And then they will just access the property from the alley. So they would need the 25-foot road frontage variance for the rear house. I do have lot coverage. I don't know. But lot coverage, the standard is 40%. With the total lot right now, before it's split, they are at 21.65%, which meets the standard. And then the front would be at 19, and then the rear would be at 26%, which they meet the 40% standard.
After the split?
Yeah, with the way the buildings would be split. And that's all I have. You guys have questions?
I just wanted to point out real quick that it's actually 2 lots, but the lots run up and down, so from the street to the alley. So basically, the lots are just gonna run the other way. So the lot area is similar to what they would have had to build 2 lots. It's just opposite way. And that we found out, one was built in 1940, one was built in like 1980, and they were both built as single family. It does appear like it looks like it was a garage that got switched, but based on the assessors, it looks like it was built as that. So maybe a mother-in-law quarters or something like that.
So this is approximately how they want to split it.
So then, this is just a curiosity, the back house has to just establish an address?
Yes.
How would they, if the door faces, because I drove by it,
Might
drove the
have an
alley.
address. Do they have an address already?
Well, no, do they?
It does with the,
Well, it may use an address. It may not be established in our, like, addressing, but it'd probably still be off of Howard, because the facing of that house is off of Howard.
So then I guess I'm trying to just wrap my brain around wouldn't they have to have access from Howard to get to the front door of the house?
They have
no?
access from the
The
alley.
back, I seen the
Yeah.
alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't
Interesting.
have to, but that's the only address that we could really give, and it's facing that street.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of like we have flag lots where they just have typically a drive back to a house that's behind another house, and so we would do that. I know they don't have a drive to it, but
Yeah.
it'd be similar in that.
Kind of like a permanent easement
Yeah.
back to the house.
Okay, that's the front house.
This is the
Yeah,
front
and
house
then
right here.
Yeah.
Back
And
house.
then this is the back.
Okay.
So the fence belongs to the front house or the back house? The fence belongs to the back house.
Currently, it's all on one lot, but that's where you're going to split it.
Will the petitioner or his representative please advance to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, please?
Clarence Burr, 4004 High Street, Logansport, Indiana.
Okay. Can you go ahead and repeat what you were saying earlier so it's on the microphone? Go ahead and tell us what you're splitting off, the fence
Okay, so
belongs to
I want to split it where you see the vinyl fence this way, left to right across the property. So that belongs to the back house. The back house is a single room, well, not single room, it's got a kitchen, bathroom, and then everything, I call it a mother-in-law's quarters. One big room, no doors or anything like that. Just a studio house.
If I may,
And the empty lot will belong to the front house. Like I said, just cut it straight across there.
so my question, I have a question about, there's a little carport kind of to the, southeast corner of the lot, if I have my directions correct. And that's like a steel structure.
Correct.
Looks to me like that critter sits like almost right on the property line. So my question maybe to you is, if the wind takes that thing down, is he gonna have a problem putting that back up?
They'd have to get a variance for that.
So you'd get to come see us again?
If the wind took it down.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it just various variances? So you could put it on there today if you wanted, because the notice was for various variances.
So we could put what on there?
You could say that they're allowed to have the 4-foot variance, are they like a foot off the line or something maybe? So that they could re-put that back up if they wanted. But
Because it looks like it's lined up underneath the front house, and I think it was like, what, 3 or 4 feet from the property line? 3?
yeah, so you could give the
That'd be real
2-foot
nice of
variance.
us if we did that.
You could do that today, yeah.
Did you you install that, or was that there before you purchased it?
Pardon me?
Was that carport there when you purchased, or did you add
No,
it?
no, everything was there when I purchased the property.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add to her report? Anything else that we need to know?
I don't know if you want to know like what my plans are, but here, if you do, I'll tell you. It was a brother and sister that owned this for years. And she lived in the front, he lived in the back. They moved town. It sat empty for a couple of years. My idea is to be able to split it into single houses so that it's affordable and not, obviously I have to have way more for both houses and I can split it up. I had a daughter that was looking for one and that inspired me to go get this one. She wasn't patient enough to wait on me, but because that back house is perfect for a single mother with a baby, a couple starting out, because it's small, it's affordable, low maintenance, you know, there's not some great big yards you gotta mow. And in the front one, they'll still have at least a lot. If they ever wanted to, whatever, put a garage up or something like that, they've got a big lot to do something with.
The only thing that I would specify is when you do get the survey, make sure that the fence is totally on the one property. So it can't be the property line, it would have to be totally on one of the properties. So the line.
Completely on the back house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't be used as because the line is both of them own it, so the fence has to be totally on the one
Okay,
side.
okay. So just come, what, a foot on this side of the fence?
6 inches, whatever, just,
okay.
it can't be the line.
All right.
So do you have an accepted offer subject to today's meeting?
No, I do not.
You don't, okay.
I'm not quite ready yet. The idea is to split them. A few things left to do on the back house, sell the back house, and then attack the front house this spring. And get it ready.
They haven't done the survey or anything.
No, I haven't done the survey. I didn't.
No, but it's not in your name. Did you already buy it? It just hasn't been
No, that was
recorded?
financing.
Okay.
I could buy it on contract.
Yeah. And I gave
I
them
looked at that too, because I was kind of like, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, consent of owner is what.
Yeah, I had that.
have
She
it.
has that.
We have
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay. Do we call for the question? There's no more questions or comments from anybody?
Good.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to ask questions, add to the information, or give evidence in this case? No? Okay. Okay, then we call for question. Is there any written correspondence on file for this case?
No.
Does the petitioner wish to rebut, or do you wish to make any additional comment or any to add to this testimony?
No, if you need anything from me, ask, but I wouldn't know what else to offer.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from the board?
The only one.
For the carport, do you want to add that? It doesn't have to be a commitment. All we just make sure that everybody knows that when they're voting, they're also voting for the 2-foot variance on the carport. And then it is state that in the minutes. You don't have to add it.
Have any conditions of approval and commitments for the motion? If you would, Secretary, please read them for the petitioner.
Conditions of approval, that all proposals of the petitioner be made conditions of approval, that all other standards of the ordinance be met, that all applicable state and local permits be obtained, and proof be given to the zoning administrator.
Does the petitioner agree to abide by these conditions should the petition be approved?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a motion to bring BZA case number 26-01 to a vote?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, discussion is closed. The board will take a few minutes to consider their findings of facts.
Yeah, it's just one variance from developmental standard. It just incorporates all the variances.
Did you all get one? Okay, I just have an extra then. Okay.
Will the secretary please take a roll call vote?
Yes, Tom Nelson,
Yes.
Mimi Reynolds.
Yes.
Steph Helton,
Yes.
Tom Howe,
Yes.
Judy Burkhart. All of it? Yes, yes.
Your case number 26-01 has been approved. The zoning administrator will send you a letter with the results of this hearing. Any decision of the board may be appealed by the petitioner or any interested party to the circuit court if filed within 30 days of today's date. Thank you to all that have cooperated in this hearing.
Thank you guys very much, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Do we have any old business, or do we ask to be
And then
adjourned?
you guys
We just need a motion and a second to adjourn.
All motion to adjourn?
Second?
surveyor that you guys
So
use.
moved, let's go.
I'll say aye.
Gone.
Everybody say aye?
Because then it's gonna have to have its own public
Aye.
hearing and all that.
Yeah, they know.
They know all that shit.